So today I am hoping to start my cabinet. I've never painted a cabinet before. This one was donated to the real estate forums on Facebook. So we took the doors off. I cleaned everything off. I was going to sand, but then somebody that I spoke to who's done this before recommended to get a primer to skip that step. So I'm going to do that first, and we're going to start there. Alright, so I went and I got my primer. We're using this stuff as recommended by my friend. She said that it's pretty stinky, so hopefully it's not too bad down here. Next thing I'm going to do is do the doors. Maybe try one with a roller and one with a brush to see what the difference is. Stay tuned. So I just went at it kind of. It was a little bit runnier than I expected. I did stir it before I started, but then I asked the person who recommended the primer to me, and she said that you really have to stir it. So here's the one I did with the brush. You can definitely see the brush strokes, and because it was so runny, it pools in the corners. And then this one was with the foam roller, which I think I like better, but it looks like it might have kind of like a texture to it when it dries. So I'm gonna just try and stir it a little bit more to see if that can get it less runny, and do another coat to see what happens. It's still so runny. Alright, so I stirred and stirred, and I stirred and I stirred. It's still pretty runny, so a little bit kind of goes a long way, and you have to be careful when you put it on a little too thick because it'll start to run. I mean, I know we're all victims of gravity, but that kind of stinks. Up here I did 2 coats, so it kind of looks a little bit more thick. And then here I only did 1, and you can see where it's kind of thin. So I guess I'm going to add another coat. So far I do prefer the foam roller. Seems to be going faster and doesn't look so bad like the brush. Though with the brush I do like having the angled one, because like I said, it was pooling in the corners so much, and having that angled brush can help get in there to disperse all that primer. So I'm packing it up for the day. I got, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 coats of primer on most of the cabinet outside. I'm still working on the doors, but I want to let the fronts dry a little bit before I flip them over and do the backs. This stuff definitely makes your eyes water. It's a little stinky. I was expecting way worse, but it looks better after a couple of coats. And then you can see where I had that drippage because it's thinner than I expected. So I'm gonna have to let this dry and maybe sand it, and then do another coat of primer when I can flip them over. I'm a little worried too because when I was moving the cabinet, I scraped a little bit and the primer scraped right off, so I hope all this painting was not for nothing. So overall, I do prefer the foam roller. I don't remember which one I did with the paintbrush now because I took the foam roller to both doors and you can't really tell a difference now. But I'm going to let this dry and pick up where I left off when I have some more time.